Also helped fund Freedom Summer.
Yes.
Talk about that, putting your finances behind the struggle. I mean, you now, what, in 55 or before, had the first gold record, Calypso, gold million-selling record. First one in this country. Some had singles, but you had the record.
Yeah, it was the first album to achieve the sales of 1 million. And beyond all of the hoopla that came with that fact from the commercial end, the studio and the record company, what was very prophetic about that moment for me was that it became symbolic of an instruction that Paul Robeson had given me. And he said, get them to sing your song, and they'll want to know who you are. And in that little exchange down in the dressing room at the Village Vanguard, I woke up not too long after that wonderful piece of counsel to understand what he meant, because that album housed the song Banana Boat Day-O, and the whole world was singing the song in the literal sense. But also, when I looked at the thousands of people that came to the stadiums to hear that song and others, I realized that the world was singing my song. And in Robeson's counsel, this was the opportunity to begin to spread truth and to open up opportunities for information to flow. It was the opportunity to reach out to other artists who may not have been heard otherwise or needed to be heard, like Miriam Makeba. America knew nothing about the struggles of the people in Africa. Miriam Makeba came. She got the platform. Ed Sullivan was convinced that in his world to let Miriam Makeba come on the program and to sing in Kosa. And for him, it was an adventure. And he had been told by the programmers that they're not going to understand. And he said, oh, they'll understand. Harry likes it. It's good enough for me. And we got on the air, and there was Miriam Makeba singing these songs, and her popularity became quite intense.
Which was very important for the anti-apartheid struggle spreading into the United States.
Absolutely. Not only the anti-apartheid struggle, which spread in the United States, but for a greater understanding of the liberation of the whole continent. Because there was people like Sekou Touré and Nyerere and Tom Mboya, and all of the entire continent was awakened with the idea of liberation. And having African artists, eventually Huey Masekela and others, the whole idea of world music was seated in the fact that the Banana Boat songs from the Caribbean, it opened up more music from Cuba, and the whole power in Afro-Cuban jazz, and what those great Cuban artists did who pollinated American jazz with such great harmonies and song. All that stuff was a melting pot for a greater truth.
Harry Belafonte, the legendary singer, activist, actor, humanitarian. This is Democracy Now! A new film is out on his life. It's called Sing Your Song. Back in a minute.